what are those like prime movers for you, those pillars in your life that are non-negotiables that, you know, help move the needle as far as possible without,
Yeah.
the extra things.
Yes. So I love everything that you just said. There's a reason why supplements are called supplements, right? They're not supposed to, in fact, not only are they not supposed to, they can't supplement a bad lifestyle if someone's not sleeping well, if someone's super high stress and someone's eating fast food all the time. Like you can take the best of the herbs and the best of the functional supplements, and it's really not going to move the needle too much if you're not taking care of yourself and all the other ways that come first. Like,
Mm,
let's get the low hanging fruit first, you know? So and then another little side note about my page, and I do focus heavily on women's health for sure. I'm a woman. It makes a lot of sense. And I struggled with my hormone health for so long because I was so sick. But a lot of the things I talk about are applicable to men too, you know? And so, because I talk a lot about exactly what you said, lifestyle. So all the things that come first and or just that are happening at the same time as you are taking herbal medicine or supplementation or something to support you even further. So when it comes to just like overall health and well-being, again, this is for both women and for men. Um Sleep is number 1. So many people are undersleeping and are sacrificing sleep for working out. I did this for a very long time too, so I get it, and I especially sympathize with the obsession and just the uh, we can be so hard on ourselves, you
mm,
know? And I get it. So, really, sleep is number 1 whenever I see someone because I do have a practice, it's both in person and virtual. I'm definitely taking a step back a little bit because 'cause I'm starting up school again, and, also I have 2 companies, so 2 herbal companies, so I'm not seeing people as much, but when I do, or if I'm just talking to someone who I'm friends with or family, I always go to sleep first. How are you sleeping? That is the absolute number 1 most important, how are you sleeping? The next is stress. I can pretty much guess that most people that I talk to are really chronically stressed, and I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not stressed." But that's because they're so used to feeling stressed that they become used to that feeling of high cortisol and the adrenaline. Most of us are just we're running on high stress fumes for sure and not doing enough things to regulate after a stressful event. So it's like we're staying in this just low hum of stress all day long and we aren't really able to like fully get out of it. So next would be stress. And then 3 is nutrition. Again, aside from sleep, all of these are of equal importance. Not one is more important than the other. But next would be nutrition. Because we're living more high stress lifestyles, a lot of us are not working from home. We're working in offices, although COVID kind of changed that. But a lot of people are still working away from home and aren't in their kitchen to make healthy meals for themselves. By the time they get home from work and take care of themselves through a workout or something, they don't have a lot of time to meal prep for the next day. So a lot of people are eating out as well and or just don't know how to properly nourish themselves if they are cooking at home because number 1, unless you went to school for nutrition, you that didn't have any classes on how to nourish yourselves, and I wish that we did. I wish that was a part of the curriculum. I feel like we take so many silly classes in middle school through high school, honestly through undergrad too. It's just like a lot of silly nonsensical classes, and then any post grad studies get much more in depth, and then just personal research too and learning yourself is super important. So, nutrition, and then another thing I wanna say about nutrition is there's so much information and noise on social media, and again, this person is saying, "You should be a carnivore." Oh, he's a medical doctor too, like, maybe we should trust him, although not to say any names, but he's no longer carnivore anyway, like, he's moved away from that. So, and then this person is, saying he looks amazing, he's super healthy, and he's eating all raw meat and raw egg yolks and raw milk, so does that mean I need to do that? Well, this person looks super healthy and they're vegan, so there's, like, all this noise about nutrition as well from majority of people who don't actually have the expertise to really talk about nutrition in the depth that they're talking about nutrition. So there's so much confusion. So even if you are working from home and you have your own kitchen that you're, at to make all 3 meals every single day, there's a lot of confusion on what to actually cook yourself, how to make a balanced meal and a nutritious meal. So we get into nutrition as well. So sleep, stress, nutrition. And then for me, a big one for when I'm talking about holistic health and well-being is getting outside more. I want everyone listening to really like reflect over the next day or two how much time you're actually spending outside. Most people are spending less than 30 minutes outside. If you have a dog, it's a little bit different because you are hopefully taking your dog on walks. I guess if you have a backyard, you could just let the dog out in the backyard. Most people are not getting outside enough. And I notice on the days, for example, today it's raining in Austin, Texas. I mean, it's only 11 a.m. right now, but I haven't been outside much so far today. I mean, I opened up our garage when I was doing some weights this morning, so I was getting some fresh air and fresh light, but I just always feel a little bit more tired and groggy. And so on those type of days, I always just my heart goes out to the people who don't get enough outdoor time because they're missing an easy, free opportunity to boost their cognitive health, their mood, to boost their physiological health and their hormones, and to support their blood glucose levels throughout the day and to support their insulin. So it's just an easy, free way to support yourself. Is just getting outside more. Even if you live in a city, like still get outside. I know that air is not as clean as if you lived out in the countryside, but still you're getting outside and you're getting natural light, which is very important. Again, if it's not sunny, even if it's cloudy, you're still getting natural light and those natural UVs. It's you need to spend a little bit more time outside than if it were sunny, but you're still reaping those benefits. So more outdoor time, the weekends too. I have a lot of friends who live in New York City, and they'll just go hiking on the weekends and really submerge themselves in nature, go barefoot or wear barefoot grounding shoes. So there are ways to definitely to regulate every single week if you can't go hiking every single day. Maybe it's on the weekend. So getting outside more. 110% getting outside more. And then, is there anything else I want to mention before I get into herbalism? I think I got all the. Oh, well, I do want to say community and having healthy relationships in your life. I think that saying goes, you're the sum of the five people you spend the most time with. Also, this is generally speaking, this doesn't apply to every single person, but usually when you're with a group of people, you will match the energy of like the lowest vibrational person. I heard that and I was really intrigued by that. Again, I try my best to like be aware of that now. If someone like is in a really bad mood or maybe they're just not a very bubbly person, I'm like, all right, energy shield around that and try to not pick that up. So really having healthy relationships in your life and surrounding yourself with people who inspire you. And that doesn't mean they have to be this mega millionaire entrepreneur. They can inspire you for different reasons.